Daniel got off the bus and walked down the dusty road to his mother's house. He had not been in this place for 8 years. The fact is that he was serving time in prison for robbery. When he was released, he decided not to return to the criminal past anymore and went to his hometown. He deliberately did not say anything about his arrival to his mother, as he wanted to surprise her. So when Mrs. Harris opened the door, she could not believe her eyes. "Daniel, you're back!" exclaimed the old woman and hugged him. Later, while having dinner, he told her about his plans to find a job and live a quiet life. Mrs. Harris did not believe him. Every time her son came back from prison, he said the same thing, but then returned to a criminal life again. But the very next day, Daniel began to carry out his plan. It wasn't easy for him to find a job, but he ended up being hired at a sawmill owned by his former classmate. However, after working for a month in inhumane conditions, when he was supposed to get his salary, Daniel was fired due to a fictitious reason. Because of this, the young man became depressed and started drinking. Mrs. Harris was very worried about her son and persuaded him to go to church to talk to the priest. To please his mother, Daniel agreed. On Sunday, he was already standing at the altar along with the rest of the parishioners. The priest listened to the guy and offered him a job in the cemetery. After some hesitation, the young man agreed. By working hard, Daniel finally found financial stability and the respect of others. One day, when he was eating sandwiches for lunch, a small puppy ran up to him and Daniel shared a treat with him. In response, the animal licked his hand. The guy had been dreaming of having a dog since childhood, so he decided to take the puppy home. That was how his family was replenished with one more member, the little Lord. Over time, the puppy had grown into a beautiful dog and had become a true friend to Mrs. Harris and the protector of the house. One day, when Daniel was at work, 2 robbers broke into the house. They scared his mother and demanded money. Hearing the cry of his mistress, Lord hastened to help. He immediately grabbed the leg of one criminal, to which he took out a pistol and fired. Meanwhile, Mrs. Harris was already running down the street and calling the neighbors. Everyone who was nearby immediately came and detained the robbers. Soon the police and ambulance arrived. It was decided to take the old woman to the hospital. When Daniel found out what had happened, he hurried home. There was no one there but the wounded Lord. The guy quickly picked him up and rushed to the vet clinic. The dog was in serious condition and the surgeon did not give any promises. Fortunately, the Lord survived, but was paralyzed. Being under treatment in the hospital, Mrs. Harris constantly asked her son about the condition of the dog. In order not to upset the old woman, Daniel hid the fact that the Lord could not walk. On the day of discharge, standing on the lawn near the house, the woman began to call her pet. Imagine Daniel's surprise when the door opened and Lord staggered out. The young man wept with happiness. Lord once again proved that only animals are capable of such devotion.